Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another West Coast Wednesday here on Prospector Radio. It's August 8th already. Man, where's this summer going? But next thing you know, it's going to be September and the Cronies Club outing. But anyhow, I want to introduce you all to my co-host tonight. First off, we got Miss Kathleen Biffle. How are you, Kathleen?
Hello.
How are you?
Doing great.
Doing great?
Yes.
Everything's
Wednesday.
good?
Everything's great.
Oh, great. That's right. You did say great. How's the koi doing? Always curious.
Oh, gosh. It's getting really warm, the water. So, you know, they're just really hungry and they're growing really fast.
Are they really? Because the water's warm? That does that to them?
Yeah, they just eat more.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's an interesting fun fact. Koi eat more when it's warm. Okay. Wow. Yep. So you getting excited for the weekend? I know you're going digging.
I am because, you know, we couldn't really go very far, so we're going to stay close to home.
Right.
But still, it's just getting out, you know, and last weekend we just had a lot of stuff going on, and it was just a tough weekend, so
right.
We're going to go and, you know, prospect and maybe meet up with a couple people, and we'll see what we get.
2 days, right? 2 days to go.
2 days, yep.
It's hump day.
After Wednesday, it's all like smooth sailing, though.
Right, it's downhill from there.
Yeah, right.
Usually, sometimes, yeah, right. Yeah, I agree.
That's why they call it hump day.
That's right. Gotta get past that hump, then we're okay. We'll be good to go, I'm sure. And
how about you? How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there, doing all right, you know. Hanging in there. That's about what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting excited for the Cronies Club outing.
Yes, ma'am. Sure am. Getting close.
Yeah, we'll get to meet some new cronies, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Me
Plus,
too.
you know, hitting some of the gemstone places. We're going to look at a couple. We're going to look at one in North Carolina and one in South Carolina.
I still got to map it and see how far, you know, how long a drive it is. Have you done that yet?
It's a little over 8 hours.
About 8 hours? That's not bad.
We're prospecting, yeah.
Well, that's not too bad.
I was going to say, it's just about far enough it's worth finding gemstones.
Yeah, that's going to be great. All right, good. It's not like our last outing where we had to drive, what did we drive, 14 hours? I swear it seemed.
That's because we got a late start.
Yeah.
I was so tired.
I was too.
We had to stop like 2 or 3 times, but that's where we were brainstorming and came up with the Cronies Club the Cronies Club.
That's right. It is. We did.
That was fun.
It was. We did a lot of brainstorming that night.
Well, you know, I think at night, and especially when I'm driving, I think.
Yeah.
And driving at night, you know.
Yeah. I know. When I'm driving, I'm thinking too. That's when the mind's just always going. Never stops, I swear. Can't make it stop. But yeah,
who knows what we'll think of this time.
That's right. You never know. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be a good, fun trip. And I hope everybody gets some good gold and just have a great time like the last one.
Well, yeah, we have a lot of states being represented.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I named some of them on my closer look on Sunday.
It
was Sunday?
Yeah, it was Sunday. You did your closer look on Sunday. Yep, sure did. So that's cool. So that's, I mean, I'm definitely getting excited for it. It's going to be a blast, you know. But this bunch, it has to be fun. There's no way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it can't be. It always is. Every time we're together, so.
and seeing new faces. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be great. Put some faces to the names, like always.
And next year, we're going to do this Cronies Club outing out west.
Yep.
Woo-hoo!
Take it to the west.
Minus Swiftwater, he's not allowed to come.
Boo.
Yeah.
Have you thought about where?
Well,
not yet. We're not there yet. It's a year away.
Yeah, we got some time to think about where, but don't
worry. I've been thinking.
It'll be close enough to you, Scott. Don't worry.
Oh,
I think
if
we're all going to stay at your house.
Yeah.
I think in like October even.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's enough space. Number one, and number two, yeah. If you're in Arizona, I'm there.
No, wait. Well, that probably will be one of our top choices, I'm sure. You know?
It's going to be Colorado, Arizona, California.
One of them three.
I'm going
One
to
of
all
them.
three.
Okay. Now, you heard it, guys. He said it. He's going to all three. So whichever one we go to, Swiftwater has to be there. Okay.
You darn right, I will be.
And we will vote on it when the time comes. We'll put those in a hat and we'll vote on it. And that's all.
If I got a hitchhike, I'm going to be there.
All right. We're going to hold you to it, man. And all the listeners are too. They're going to hold you to it. So.
Yep.
Hey, if you know
You're
me,
fired.
hey, you know I don't play games. If I say I'm going to be there, I will be there.
All right. We're counting on it. We are, brother. We are counting on it. All right. Well, Kathleen, I'm glad you're going out digging this weekend. I know you got some news for us tonight.
I do.
Awesome. Always look forward to that. A lot of
Got
good
some stories.
Some stories. Great. I love your stories.
Stories.
Awesome. I'm glad you're here, Kathleen, as always. Glad you're having a great week. And like I said, I know you're ready for the weekend. So you have fun this weekend, because I know I won't talk to you again until Sunday. So just have a great time. Get that gold like you always do. Keep making us proud.
Will do.
Thank you, Kathleen, for being here. Also joining us, we got the other half of the Biffles. We got Mr. Shad Biffle. What's happening, Shad?
Oh, like we were talking earlier, it's hump day.
Yes, sir. It is.
I don't know if that's good or bad yet. We'll see what the next 2 days with work go.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's been a crazy week for me, too, at work. So, yeah, let's hope it just gets better after today, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so what else? Are you excited about this weekend?
I am, and there's a cool little reason why.
Well, let's hear it.
The Wandering Buffaloes, we got our hands on a flow pan from Gold Hog.
I heard.
So we're going to try that bad boy out. But what else is cool is Doc sent us the con box attachment that he's just putting out.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to check that out and video that and kind of learn how it works and
Awesome.
and whatnot. Because, yeah, I guess, with the prices of the aluminum that he uses for the hog pan,
Right.
Obviously that weighs a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot goes into that.
Yeah.
The price for everything, all the materials and the labor, for what he sells it for, he's starting to lose money now.
Right.
So he was thinking, after watching one of his videos, how can I, still have this but offer it in a different way? And they looked at the flow pan and was like, well, how about we do some modification? So they have this conversion kit that they're going to be selling. Okay. And it's like similar concept as the hog pan without those bars that go over it.
I've seen that.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, basically for that, the con box isn't about just getting down to ultra cons like using a flow pan, but it's able to process without classifying a full 5-gallon bucket. And within, a minute goes by, you got all the light stuff out, and the con box is just filled with your heavies. And then you can empty that out and just keep going. So if you're at a place where you can't really sluice and it's only panning, or there's just not a lot of water flow, oh my God, you could be digging and just processing material down to some nice little cons, rather than having a ton of heavy buckets to haul out. So
that'll be.
We're going to check that out, and after. Yep.
Does that stick up like how the pan is? I've seen Doc's pan, but is that what you're talking about? Is it set above like the hand holes, or is it down like lower where the stuff comes out the side?
All right, I'll break it down for you. Well, you got your flow pan, right? And so the two sides are open to allow water to flow through to process the material.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This conversion box, what it does is it has two solid sides that replace the one with the handles and the opening, so it closes it off.
Okay.
However, the big part of it, too, is the con box. And what you do is you just detach the bottom part on the flow pan that's there,
mm-hmm.
and you put this new con box on, and it's deeper and it's welded on the side, so no water really leaks out in it or anything. It's sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you just kind of process it, that way. And we'll show in our video, and we'll show close-ups of the con box. If you can check Doc's video out too, because it's all about doing it, one way, and he's got little tabs and stuff to kind of say, hey, tip it this way, dummy, because that's where the gold's going to get caught and stuff and material trapped in there. And he uses in that the Yukon mat, which is really heavy duty, and it's got like all these big fingers basically. So even if you have big rocks that you're digging, it's not going to bounce down and mess up the gold that drops in all the ridges. Okay. It keeps those big rocks above getting down into the mat. So that's pretty cool. But yeah,
that sounds sweet.
And even if you have the flow pan already, you're able to get this conversion box, and there's one little thing you have to do, which he walks you through in his video, to make it work. But then now you can also buy it, the whole package together, which is I think about $200 plus shipping, if you want the flow pan. So you get two types of pans really. Right. That you could take anywhere, still collapse down. It's only a few more wing nuts for the con box, so it's sturdy in there. But pretty cool, yeah. We'll definitely video it and show it around.
Yeah,
so.
And then, maybe after you do, we need to get Doc on and let him talk about it, that new product.
Oh yeah.
Let me know, and we'll set it up.
Yeah. At first, I thought it might be like a grizzly for the top of the pan. Is what I kind of thought it was, but that's what he's talking about. It's like really different than what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, cool.
We'll show you, Swifty. But Wandering Buffaloes, after we do this review, we're gonna actually give this away to one of our patrons.
That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
awesome. Yeah, looking forward to that too, because I'm a patron.
Yeah.
Woo.
How are you a patron?
Because
he's a patron of the Wandering Buffaloes, and so. We're giving stuff away. But yeah, this is kind of what we want to do, is try out some odd and end equipment that, we don't really use a lot right now because we're focused more on our dredges. But that way we can kind of get some experience, learn it, and then,
get back to basics.
And with the patron support, be able to do this and then just give the equipment and pass it on other people can check out, and see what it's like.
Well, I'll tell you what, Shad, if you take the experience from that pan, and you learn the stuff from that pan, and trust me, later on down the road, when if you build something bigger and stuff like that, there's things that I've actually incorporated in my dredges and my high bankers that you look at it and it's pretty much almost out of a gold pan. And it works good too, because we catch a lot of fines here, along with some good stuff too. But we catch a lot of fines as well, and it does help.
Cool. Yeah. I think it sounds like a great product. Like I said, after you test it, let's get Doc on here and have him talk about it a little bit. I think it's a great idea, and looking forward to seeing that video, Shad. That's going to be a good one. Yeah,
it'll be a good time. So we're definitely, needless to say, looking forward to this weekend. Even if it's, I think, a chance of rain, we're still going out just to get out because kids start school next week. So.
Right. So you got to get out while you can.
We need a trip before all that crazy. We've already had to get school supplies, obviously, for our one middle schooler, and the others are in high school. So you don't know what you have to buy until you go in.
Yep, exactly.
Ours started today.
Yeah. They're starting back. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy already. Already going back to school. That's what I said. It's what's coming next, guys. I'll
tell you what. For gold diggers, time flies.
Yeah. For people that get only a couple months of summer, time flies.
I mean, ever since I really got into gold digging like heavily, I'm like, man, it's been years. What happened?
It's crazy. It is crazy.
It's going to go by quicker for us for these next 2 years, like I was saying. We're going to move out to Arizona, but we always say we can't wait, but it's going to go by quicker than we know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a lot we have to do, obviously, to get our house to sell it, ready to sell and whatnot. And all the preparatory time just flies because we don't want to stop doing what we love, and that's getting out prospecting and mining.
That's right. Yeah, good deal. Now, I know you got some precious metal prices and birthdays for us, too, tonight, don't you?
Oh, you better believe it.
Oh, man, roll it.
Gold is up $2, closing at $1,213.
So it did go up.
It went up $2.
That's $2. It's up.
Hey, I don't want to see it go below 1,000. I think it's going to hold. Like I said, I think it's going to stay between that 1,000 mark and 1,300 mark. If it stays there, I'm good.
Yep. Well, let's hear them. Let's hear the rest. Let's hear how silver did. Did it go
Oh
up
man,
$2?
silver's up 4 cents.
Sweet.
It's at $15.39.
Skyrocketing, ain't it? Dang.
It's going up, man. It's been at a little steady trend lately, longer than gold. So hey, you got to give props to silver for trying.
I
Platinum,
underdog.
it's down $1, closing at $829.
Okay.
And palladium once again is falling $9 to $898.
Ooh, that was a big drop for palladium.
Yeah.
Wow.
But palladium just seems to do that constantly. It'll peak and then drop way down, and peak back up and drop way down.
Down. Yeah, it does, don't it? It's crazy.
That's a weird metal.
It is a weird metal. That's why it does it. Its pricing is weird, and it's a weird metal, so it makes sense. All right. So what about them birthdays? We got a lot of them this week.
Well, at least today's birthdays on August 8th, we got a decent amount, and some flowing into tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll just go right into it since we don't have our buddy Dennis.
That's right. No Dennis singing, so
you couldn't get him on the phone. He's stuck working.
Well, Scott can sing.
Scott can sing again if you want.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I wish you well. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too.
Yeah, good job. You almost said the other version to that. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that.
No problem. No problem,
buddy.
We love you all.
Already. There's an improvement.
Yeah.
All right, so it is August 8th. We have Charlie Cockle, Clay Gunderson, Eric Westman, Gary Hayes, Geo Goldhound, Joseph Piscatello, Ken Brommer, Larry W., Mark Caro, Quest, Sean Warland, Steven, and then tomorrow we got Beeper, Jeff Goodard, Karen Smith, Ken Rankin, Maria Silva, Preston Harris, Richard Evans, and Sean Francis. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Heck
birthday,
of a list.
everybody.
Heck of a list.
And Preston Harris, he's one of our moderators. A big birthday to him. And Sean, that's Sean from the Buckeye chapter, ain't it?
That's
big
right.
Happy
Yep,
birthday
the treasurer.
to Sean, too. That's right. So very cool, guys. Happy birthday to you all. Very awesome, Shad. And Shad, I want to thank you as always for being here, my friend. Great job. And you got your little segment tonight along with Kathleen, I hope?
Yep, she handed me the local events of interest, so I will be ready to read it for the first time.
Looking forward to it.
She tells me to.
Looking forward to it. Enjoy that too, Shad. You do a great job doing it. Thanks, buddy. And thank you for being here as always. And last but not least, we got our West Coast connection, Mr. Scott Swiftwater Tony. What's happening, Scotty boy?
Man, I'm having fun today. Everything has really been great. Been really relaxed since I made the decision that I'm going back in the Goldfields this year.
Mm-hmm.
I took a lot of weight off my shoulders, and I've told the bosses and everything what's happened. They respect what's going on because they pulled me out of last year's gold season to do the barbecue thing. So,
well, that's cool. At least they understand.
It's good.
Right?
Yeah, it's gonna make me feel better. I've been biting at the chomp. I'm sitting here every day and seeing people, on my Facebook feeds and stuff like that. I got a lot of feeds that come from a lot of places, Europe, Australia, everywhere, and even here in America, a lot of them.
Right.
And man, there is a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people finding good gold.
And you're not out there.
And I'm not out there. Exactly. And it's jonesing me, man.
It's making you nuts, ain't it?
Well, the last 3 mornings in a row when I start working, I play North to Alaska on the radio. So that just tells me, okay, I've got the fever again, and I'm getting ready to get back out there.
Mm-hmm.
But all the people I've seen, yeah, that's right. It's great on that YouTube. I love that shit. Oh, sorry, it's good. anyway, I just play it every morning. It gets me happy. It makes me, I know what's coming up. And, oh man, I'm really excited. I mean, because you guys been able to dig all year, but you work, but you don't get a chance to do it all the time. But like Kathleen and Shad, they go on the weekends, and Tim, you go when you can. And me, I mean, that's what I want to do. Strictly.
You want to just do that 5 days a week.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, really, it's not. And believe it or not, when it comes to mining, it's not 5 days a week. It's every day.
Sure.
I mean, believe it or not, when we are up in Black Canyon City, we work even Sunday. We go out every day. We get to a routine. You go out, you work, you get out by 4:30, you go back to camp, you do your cleanup for another 2 hours. So then you're about 6:37. Then you might eat something. Maybe have a couple of beers, and then, you sit back and maybe watch some YouTube videos, and then by 9 o'clock, you're in bed.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's like, it's every night. It's it's routine. And like I said, time flies really quick. We were talking about that earlier, how fast time goes. And when you're in the gold fields and you're not getting production, time really flies by really fast.
Yeah.
It just drives you nuts. But this year, I've got a plan. I described to you guys earlier a little bit. I want to take up this year. I'm going back in full time and doing a little extra anteing up, so to speak, is in the money situation. So I'm going to have a place to stay wherever I go. And I'm going to travel around Arizona here for a little bit, between Wickenburg, a little bit north of Wickenburg, back over Black Canyon City. I'm going to kind of make the round to go. And then I got plans on going to Northern California for a little bit. And then I want to hit Portland or Oregon for a little bit, and then Washington before I drive up into Alaska. Now, I don't know where I want to go in Alaska. I've got a good inkling where I want to go. I want to go to Juneau, just because we have a mutual friend that is a gold digger that lives there. But not just that, just because most of the stuff that I've ever seen come out of Juneau, Alaska, has been like a pretty good day's wage. Right. And that's, I don't live expensive. I live, if anybody knows me, I'm really cheap. I can live on a little bit for a long time. So,
well, that's good. Then you shouldn't have no problems.
I know it, but I can't wait to I want to work some beaches and find out what it's like, and see if I can't make a nice trail that later on in the future I can tell people, hey, this is a spot, this is where I went. And if you want to do that same trail, you do it's almost like going up to California at the coastal line,
We'll call it the Swiftwater Trail. Right.
I just want to go a little bit further than that and find out what's going on,
Yeah.
Because Oregon's really not hard on miners, and Washington's not really hard on miners. You just got to follow the P's and Q's and what they do. The rules are the rules, and they're not rough because it's sand. So you don't. Yeah, I don't think
follow the fishing pamphlet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it kind of really nice and open, and really like for families taking a trip, it would be a phenomenal trip.
Well, see, you might start a new trend. Like I said, the Swiftwater Trail. Follow along the Swiftwater Trail.
No, I'm going to try it. We're going to find out.
Yeah, I like it. It's got a nice ring to it too, Scott. Yeah, I think you'll do good.
Then I'm going to be making videos all the way up, and I got a mission this year.
Okay.
I let the wandering buffaloes and the Indiana gold hunter Dennis Dayton get away from me in videos. So I got to make a comeback.
Yeah. Yep, you do.
So I got to figure out how to do it, and I'm going to try to take them down. Just because
what are you going to take us down for?
I don't know. It's like, really?
Come on. It's not a competition.
No, it's just like,
we just enjoy doing it.
You just want to join the team and get your videos back out there too, like the rest of the team, like the Wandering Buffaloes and the Indiana Gold
5'1" Swiftwater wants to
my God, did he say 5'1"?
He grew again.
Well, that's your height barefoot. I mean, you keep adding on the 4 inches of your big old platform boots that you wear, but
Well, the reason why
boots.
Believe it or not, the reason why I actually say that is because I know if I make more videos, you guys start making more videos, Dennis starts making more videos, and everybody, it's kind of it gets us, it's a motivational thing.
Right.
You guys, I see all your videos and I'm like, man, I'm dying to go do one, but I can't. It's 118 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So it kills me. So when I get back out, I'm like, okay, now I got to catch up with these guys and then go past them. That way you guys can catch, it's kind of it's a fun thing, but in my head.
Well, we understand.
In your head.
Yeah. I'm not saying we're going to take
world.
it down. Yeah. I'm not saying we're taking it down, but it's just, the people that make videos on YouTube generally have met and know the people that make videos on YouTube.
Right.
It's kind of funny how many I've met and how many I haven't met, but it is kind of funny the discussions that you have between the people that do it. Because we, like Kathleen says, myself, I want to bring knowledge, just like she says. It's the funnest. It's the most fun thing to bring knowledge to me.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. I mean, because I like, I don't want to. Can you imagine sitting down and you go to a creek and all of a sudden there's 16 people asking you, how do you pan? Oh my God. You guys didn't watch a video on YouTube at all or nothing, without.
Oh, and that's what's cool. I mean, you got people out there doing the videos from all over the place, all over the world even. So you can kind of see how other people prospect in their locations, what they look for, where they're at.
And everybody's got their own little spin, you know?
It's entertaining, it's fun, and, it makes you want to go to those places and have a try at them, too.
Well, ours is more like, we have so much fun when we go out, even when we're not recording. And we just want to get those funny moments, and so you can share them with us. Ours is more about adventure. You might pick up a thing or two, but... everybody has their niche.
Right. Exactly.
I was going to say, I find your videos pretty informational.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of mix it up.
You guys all do good videos. Scott, you do good videos. Dennis does. The Wandering Buffaloes. This crew here, often imitated, never duplicated. I'll tell you that much.
We're certainly creative.
That's right. From the videos to the radio show.
Well, don't forget, though, our on Gold Prospector Space, we have the member YouTube links, and I mentioned that in the chat room. Mm-hmm. A lot of our fellow members do the same thing, have their videos. Some are doing more metal detecting and all sorts of different stuff. So
different locations.
Check them out. Yeah. Subscribe to everyone's and help support one another.
And if you're not on there and you're a member and you do YouTube videos, send me the link. I'll put it up there for you. Not a problem.
Just so everybody knows, Scott Swiftwater Toney does not make a dime off his YouTube videos. So you don't have to subscribe, just watch it.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, Scott, thank you for being here. Let's move along here. And
you got it.
I want to get to some news.
I always like being on the radio show. It's fun.
We know you do. We know. It's okay. We'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. And you all know what it's time for.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
All right, everyone. It is 8/8/2018.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool date.
I didn't think of that earlier. It is?
Yeah.
Just wait until it's 8/8/88.
Well, we'll be long gone.
We'll be gone. We won't be here no more, Shad, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to stick around for it because it'll be epic.
It will be. You're right. It will be epic.
All right. So here's a follow-up story from, I think, last October. And this was regarding the deadly mine crash in Humboldt County at the Nevada's Marigold mine. Mm-hmm. Well, a report from the Mine Safety and Health Administration concludes that unenforced policies, lack of communication, and ineffective traffic rules were contributing factors in last year's double fatality accident at the Marigold mine. So in that accident, a loaded 340-ton haul truck struck a passenger van on October 31st, and this was at the surface of the gold mine. 2 mine employees in the van were killed in that accident. The Elko Daily Free Press reports that MSHA's root cause analysis states that the van operator did not make radio contact with the mobile equipment operator and was parked in the haul truck's blind spot on the right side toward the front.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So Misha. Sorry, that's my dog's name. MSHA issued the company a citation for a violation of the Code of Regulations regarding traffic control. So the penalty amount was not included in their report, but typically penalty assessments consider factors including history of previous violations, the size of the business, and any negligence by the operator, the gravity of the violation, and the operator's good faith in trying to correct the violation promptly.
Now, Kathleen, can you tell people what MSHA is?
Yes, it is the Mine Safety and Health Administration.
And what is Misha?
It's
Misha?
That's my dog.
Is a dog.
Yeah, but we call like the MSHA is like OSHA for everybody that does construction around the United States. It's the same. Those guys are heavy duty.
They're the OSHA of mining. Is what
they don't mess around.
Right.
There's no happy gray. You're either in the wrong or you're good.
Shad and I took a mine safety course one year.
For open pit mines.
For open pit mines, and it was pretty interesting.
Oh, cool.
And got certified. So.
Way to go.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, you guys, that's one up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
I never got a chance to do that yet, but that's pretty cool.
You just got to sit in the classroom for a whole day, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a test. Isn't there a test?
Yes, there's a test.
Yes, there's a test.
There will be a test at the end of this. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
right.
It's pretty cool, though. If you ever walk on a mine, you're certified to be on a mine. You know what to do.
Yeah.
We have to get it renewed.
You got to renew that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We didn't do that this year.
All right. Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Still, you're qualified.
Right. So this was interesting. In Idaho, you know, the stories are beginning to get reported out there, and I wonder if this is about anybody we know.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw 2 publications out there that reported this story, and I'm just going to tell it from their point of view.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Well, they're saying that federal and state officials are reporting that some suction dredge miners seeking gold on the South Fork of the Clearwater River in north central Idaho are not following state and federal rules.
Oh.
The Idaho Department of Water Resources is considering issuing notices of violations to at least 2 of the miners. Tim Luke, the Water Compliance Bureau chief for the agency, says some miners are not following terms stated in permits issued by the department. The main issue is that they are not working in areas where they had permits and or not getting authorization from them before moving to these other areas.
Oh my gosh.
The citations could carry monetary fines or requirements for remediation. The U.S. Forest Service is also deciding whether it will take enforcement actions against a handful of miners on the river who failed to submit required plans of operation. They report warnings have been issued to the miners who are working without clearance from the Forest Service or acquiring permits from the EPA. Some of those who receive warnings have not ceased operations. There is a class of folks, this is what they said, I quote, there is a class of folks who simply seem to be doing this as part of a protest and just don't want to follow the rules. The Forest Service is consulting the EPA, the Idaho County Sheriff's Office, and the enforcement divisions of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration on how it should proceed.
Wait, the National Ocean...
Yeah. Sounds official, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I'll tell you what, they
the
twisted
title.
everything and made
Exactly.
it. Yeah, you know what? You go, Shannon Poe.
Yeah. There's no denying who's that in
Yeah.
reference to.
That's right.
I just
You
wondered.
go, Shannon Poe. You the
Who
man.
they're talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You go, Shannon.
They didn't mention
AMRA.
no names, but
I can't
But
believe
I thought
I can't.
that was interesting to share because it was just
It's
the
twisted.
point of view.
yeah.
It's twisted.
It was. It was.
It's twisted.
Yeah.
They leave out certain facts
Oh, yeah.
and embellish others.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
And that's my problem with anything.
The
anymore.
National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
That's a
Yeah,
good-
I didn't
What?
know Idaho's in the ocean.
What a title.
CNN made that story.
I don't know. I
Unbelievable.
don't think it was CNN, but it was something along the lines.
You know what? It just makes me funny. I can't believe a newspaper would actually write something up like that when somebody is actually sitting
Well,
there
people will believe
fighting.
Well,
Yeah,
right.
fighting for their fighting for their actually rights to mine a federal mining claim which you have bought and paid for from the federal government.
it.
That's the top of the top. There's no
Hey.
more.
Maybe they were messing with the atmospheric pressure or something. And that's why they
She didn't
got.
have gas.
Yeah, maybe. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
Lord.
Well, Jimbo wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
Got to be a reason, right? Crazy.
Oh, I
crazy,
just thought that was
crazy.
kind of comical.
It is.
Hey,
Great.
at least you know what? At least our guys that we stand behind and we love and
That's right.
sponsor, they you know what? They even if they're making headlines like that,
They make
it's
us
working.
proud. That's right. Way to go, guys. Great one,
All
Kathleen.
right. Okay, so I've got global news.
All right.
I'll start out with Australia. It's a short little one. Miners and investors are poring over satellite images, tracking drilling rigs and quizzing company executive for clues on whether the sector's heavyweights are close to a new jackpot discovery.
Mm.
So they're like, becoming James Bond-like and spying from space.
Like Big Brother crap, right? Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
I guess the Rio Tinto group is searching Australia, and the Anglo-Americans group is searching Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
So these are massive landmass, and to keep tabs on progress, they are spending $11 billion collectively to look at satellite imagery of the regions and attempt to determine the scale of the company's activities.
Holy cow, $11 billion?
$11 billion.
Wow.
Oh.
That's crazy.
So they're getting a bird's eye view, I guess.
I guess.
Why can't they just Google Earth it? I don't know. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Dang. $11 billion. Holy cow.
Yes.
That's
so
crazy.
that's going on right now
Mm-hmm.
in Australia. In Korea, remember last month or so ago, I reported that a sunken Russian warship with billions of dollars in gold on board was discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was another story that reports, and this was within the week, that the police in Seoul, Korea, have raided the offices of the South Korean company who claimed to have found the sunken ship.
Oh.
The Chanel group claimed it located the Dmitry Donskoy at which is a 5,800-ton warship that sunk during the 1905 Battle of Tsushima.
Mm-hmm.
Tsushima. So anyway, it's in the waters between present-day South Korea and Japan. So reports from the time of the ship's sinking claim that the gold on board could be worth upwards of $125 billion.
Wow.
Though, in a conference a couple weeks ago, the company downgraded it to $8.6 billion.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's it. So no pictures or images have surfaced, so questions are being raised over the legitimacy of their claim.
Okay.
The police raid, which occurred Tuesday morning, comes less than a week after police stated that they were investigating the firm on suspicion of fraud and had banned senior company officials from leaving the country.
Mm-hmm.
Attempts to reach the company has been unsuccessful, so following the company's original announcement of the ship's discovery, shares of Geol Steel Manufacturing Company surged on the South Korean stock market. Though the steel company said it had nothing to do with the finding, the Financial Supervisory Service said both the current and former heads of the Chanel Group bought stakes in Geol Steel earlier this month. If the ship's discovery was an attempt to juice stock prices, there was a strong precedent for assuming it would work.
Mm-hmm.
Following reports in 2000 that it would attempt to explore and salvage the ship, shares in the Dong-Ah construction surged, despite skepticism and official government denials over the amount of gold on board.
Huh.
So Dong-Ah did not manage to salvage the ship or establish how much gold was actually on board, and the company eventually went bankrupt.
Oh, wow.
So the Korea Institute of Ocean Science and Technology has also disputed Chanel's claims about the ship's discovery, pointing to photos that the company posted of the wreck that were taken in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
The Dmitry Donskoy was a first-class armored cruiser that first set sail in 1880 and was sunk during the 1905 battle.
Okay. Wow.
So that's crazy.
It is.
But if we find out that it was all a scam,
Yeah.
just to play with the stock market.
Yeah.
I'll keep you posted.
Yes, please do. That's interesting. I didn't think of that, Kathleen. Smart.
All right, so I will turn it over to Shad with local events of interest.
All right.
Well, thank you, Kathleen. And tonight we are covering local events of interest in Idaho, California, Washington, and Oregon.
Cool.
But first, don't forget from last week, August 11th in Montpelier, Idaho. You can relive the Butch Cassidy Montpelier bank heist reenactment in the early 1890s. As we know, Butch Cassidy, at the age of 30, and his gang robbed the Bank of Montpelier on August 13th, 1896, escaping with $5,000 to $15,000 of gold, silver, and currency. To celebrate this, there will be a barbecue cook-off, farmer's market, kid zone, and drawing for prizes. You can go to the Butch Cassidy Museum on Washington Street in Montpelier, Idaho. And really, the museum's pretty cool in itself as they managed to save and restore the actual bank that was robbed. So that's a cool one to check out. But also another reminder, August 18th through 19th in Sonora, California, hosted by the Delta Gold Diggers and GPAA at the Motherlode Fairgrounds, running Saturday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sunday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. They'll also give away free gold to the first 100 each day. Admission is $7. Children 12 and under are free, and they're offering $1 off for veterans or 2018 Golden Outdoor Festival card members. Your activities, of course, include prospecting seminars, pan for real gold, hands-on and live equipment demos, metal detecting, and vendors galore. Fun for all ages, bucket money, gold pan toss, gold panning contests, and my favorite, detecting for kids.
I knew it was coming. I gotta try it someday.
I laugh every week.
I do too. I knew it was coming.
And we got a whole other week of probably reading that again and again and again. But moving on, August 24th through the 26th in the historic Liberty, Washington. The Resources Coalition is proud to announce their annual PNW Miners Rally. The rally is free and open to everyone. This annual gathering provides Northwest mineral prospectors, miners, and the general public an opportunity to openly discuss important events and actions affecting prospecting and mining. You also demonstrate and observe new technologies, buy and sell equipment and parts, and show off some finds and catch up with friends. Some of the highlights of this 3-day event include self-guided tours of historic Liberty, watch an original Arastra in operation, look up what an Arastra is. It is a primitive mill for grinding and pulverizing gold or silver ore.
You're killing me.
Visit nearby gemstone sites, educational presentations and lectures, hands-on equipment demonstration and clubs, purchase prospecting and mining equipment, and metal detector night hunts.
Do you get the feeling like that was read?
I do this on purpose. I don't pre-read it.
Yeah, we tried to do voiceovers on our videos, and I gave him a script, and it sounded like a B movie.
Oh my God.
I hate reading from script.
Yeah.
So this one I refuse to even look at until she hands it to me.
I surprise him.
There you
And
go.
so
It was funny
what's there.
because you said something and ketchup with friends, and I was like, something with ketchup, what? And I was like, oh, with friends. No, ketchup with friends. I was like, what?
All right, and one Swiftwater, you cannot knock my reading. All right, it sounds like hooked on phonics with Swiftwater when you try to read the news or something. All right, man.
There is
try.
a difference when I can't see what I'm reading.
Oh my God, that is funny.
Well, you should have got your monocle in.
I did get my monocle actually.
Oh Jesus.
But I wasn't done. Okay.
Continue. Please continue. I love
So
it.
back into Liberty, Washington. You may want to spend the weekend learning and reliving Washington's prospecting and mining heritage. There'll be plenty of free tents, dry RV camping, and a limited food service available at the rally site. Saturday, there'll be a potluck dinner for those that wish to contribute. If you have product or service you would like to donate, contact the rally coordinator at 360-427-7210. And last, we have Gold Panning Sunday on September 2nd
My birthday.
in Bandon, Oregon. The time for this is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that's Pacific Standard Time. You get to pan for gold at Bandon's History Museum. Kids pan for free, courtesy of the Sunset Motel. So take advantage of the free summer Sunday for free admission. And you can learn more at the BandonHistoricalMuseum.org. And those are your local events of interest.
Very nice.
Back to you, Kathleen.
I have fun writing those every
Oh, I
week.
bet. That is awesome.
All right, so that leaves us with fun
Oh,
facts.
sweetness. Fun fact.
And I decided, I haven't done this in a while, I decided to do this day in history.
Okay.
So, August 8th. This day in history, 18 years ago, in 2000, after more than 136 years at the bottom of the sea, the Confederate submarine, the H.L. Hunley, saw sunlight.
Oh, wow.
The submarine still contained the bodies of 8 sailors on board, still positioned at their stations, and was found 4 miles off the coast of Charleston, South Carolina, under 1,200 pounds of hard pack. It appeared that the sailors didn't even attempt to escape when they were doing their research.
That's freaky.
Thus, the Hunley has always been shrouded in mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So, on the evening of February 17th, 1864, the H.L. Hunley became the world's first successful combat submarine by sinking the USS Housatonic.
Okay.
After signaling to shore that the mission had been accomplished, the submarine and her crew of 8 mysteriously vanished. The sub was 40 foot long and made out of bulletproof iron, and it was basically a death trap.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. In a career of just 8 months, it only was in commission for 8 months during the Civil War. The sub sank 3 times during that 8 months, killing nearly 30 men, including its inventor. They did recover the sub twice, but as you see, the 3rd time did it in.
Right.
Well, wait. You said the crew hold a crew of 8, and 30 guys died. So every time they went into that sub, he died.
Pretty much. Yeah. Who drew the short straw? You know.
But obviously, there was one trip, at least, where there was only 6 crew.
Wow, that's just craziness, though.
That's a lot of math in your head, really fast.
Actually,
good job, Chad.
30.
I can't believe who would revamp a submarine.
That was when it was invented.
Yeah,
they didn't revamp it. They invented
ahead of its time.
It was like
let's just patch that up and send them out again.
It was the first one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Good.
Yeah.
It was, the Civil War.
Put a big.
Well, that was the first iron submarine because they actually, going back to ancient Greece and stuff, had what we would consider submarines, but out of wood.
Yeah.
Out of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. That probably worked.
All right. Thank you for that fun fact.
The more you know.
Oh, thank you.
Well, for over a century, treasure hunters and history buffs have been searching in vain for the submarine. In 1995, an expedition led by Clive Cussler's National Underwater Maritime Agency finally located the lost submarine and the 8-man crew on August 8th, 2000. It was finally brought to the surface.
Then he wrote a book about it.
Yeah, there's books out there.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine how fast the water would come in for the crew to still be standing at the stations?
Well, that probably tells you how small and cramped it probably was, too.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, the groundbreaking excavation of the Huntley's crew compartment unearthed 19th century artifacts, including diamond jewelry, a gold coin that was said to save the life of the submarine's captain George Dixon when he was at a battle, the Battle of Shiloh, in 1862. The coin is curved from the indentation of a bullet and inscribed with his initials along with the words, "My life preserver."
I'll be darned.
I don't think it really worked.
I guess it didn't float.
Right.
You're right.
Wrong kind of life preserver, obviously.
Well, I mean, there's more. I mean, in 2004, the 8-man crew, they ended up burying them alongside the other men who had lost their lives during all the testing, development, and usage of the submarine.
That's good.
Forensic and genealogical research was done to discover who they were. It's been highly successful, with the majority of the crew now being identified. Research has been conducted to try to figure out what killed the crew. One theory is that the crew may not have realized they were in danger, or did they anticipate a need to surface quickly?
Right.
Last year, it was proposed that perhaps they were killed by the blast from the sub's own spar torpedo. The pressure wave from the explosion was transmitted into the submarine.
Yeah.
It was sufficiently large that the crew were killed. So, in their 2017 study, researchers made a scale model of the submarine, then blew it up in a pond, and they measured the forces. So, they had the data finally to back up this long-held suspicion. And just last month, the keel block of the submarine went on display at the Hunley's North Charleston Museum.
Oh,
Cool.
Now, yeah, somebody said they think that was the hand crank sub, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I thought it was.
So they might have got a cramp.
I thought it was some kind of a
Whatever.
chain or something.
And didn't they use a candle, too, for lighting in there?
Well,
So-
back then,
You'd have
probably.
to, yeah.
Who knows? You know, they
There
probably.
And
goes
you know
all
what?
the oxygen.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there goes
They
the
did- What the study said that they didn't even try to escape, so it must have happened quickly.
man.
But
Who
you would
could-
think if you ran out of oxygen, you know, you would
You'd pass
you
out.
would try to get out.
You know those guys didn't sign up for those jobs.
Not back
You
then,
got to think,
no.
too, yeah, how many of them were actually even knew how to swim?
Right?
For all you know, they could have been, here, go in this thing. All you got to do is turn this pedal.
Well, allegedly, submarines were used in the Revolutionary War,
Yeah, true.
but they were like very primitive. They weren't like a big capsule with a lot of men in it. I think it was like a one-man thing
Made of.
in a wheelbarrow or in a barrel.
Actually, it was like a giant barrel.
A barrel
That's nuts.
with a straw.
Yeah. And a bicycle
Yeah.
chain. It's like, okay.
All right, so that is dredging up the news.
Oh, awesome job, Kathleen. Now, I was just informed by a member of ours, Keith, that wanted me to let everybody know about the passing of the new owner of the Thermal City mine, Jeff Langford. And, everybody wants to send prayers out to their family. It'd be very much appreciated. I don't know how or what happened, but just wanted to let
It
everybody
was,
know that.
yeah.
A crane or
It was
something.
the boom on a crane,
Oh,
some
is that what it
accident.
was? Oh,
I
my
don't know
gosh.
any other details, but I read that on somebody's post.
Oh, my
So,
gosh, that's
yeah,
horrible.
horrible.
Yeah, we definitely send prayers to their family. That's for sure. Wow, crazy.
Would
Man,
you like to take 30 seconds for silence?
we can do that. All right, we're back, everybody. Thank you very much, Scott.
Yeah.
Good idea.
That kind of reminds you, how just dangerous
You
mining
just never
really
know.
is.
Yeah, you're right. You just never know. That's for darn sure.
Because
Oh yeah, and everybody, don't forget on a lighter side, if you want one of them Crony Club shirts for the Crony Club outing, even if you're not going and you're interested in having one, limited edition 2018 Crony Club outing shirts, you contact any of us here, Shad, me, Kathleen, Scott, with your size, how many you want. We'll get that.
Don't contact me.
Don't
And
contact Kathleen.
honestly, don't contact Scott either.
Okay, contact me or Shad or Dennis, and with the size,
Dennis.
how many you want, and we will get that information to Dennis. So, if you're interested, think you're going to want to have one, that's for sure. We still got 3 spots available. If you want to get in on this great event, RSVP me, and let's get you in there, because if you're not there, you're missing out on a great time for sure, right, guys?
I was going to say there was a lot of people in the chat room last week that was really interested. So that's pretty cool.
When them 3 spots go, they're gone. So that's why I say if you're thinking about it, get in on it. And also, I want to let everybody know, don't forget, on GPS right now, we're giving away a gram of gold in our monthly giveaway. Thanks to our good friend Razor, he sent that to us. So get in. It's simple, easy to enter. If you haven't already entered, just go to the giveaway tab, click it, and get in on that. And this weekend, I'll get the new Crony Club giveaway posted as well. The last one, he should have got it, I think, or he's getting it Friday. I don't know, I get confused. But it's in the mail. And so that's all that, I think, Shad. I'm not sure.
You got it, buddy.
Did I? Okay.
Yep.
I sometimes forget. Scott, you got something real quick? Because we're running out of time, my friend.
Well, I got something really short.
All
People
right.
was asking about the equipment and stuff like that. What do you take out? This and that. And I'm going to just say, I think the most deadly part of your equipment is going to be your pan.
The most what?
the most deadly part of your equipment is going to be your pan.
Okay.
And the reason why is because if you can't find the gold, you can't dig the gold.
Right. Exactly.
You got to do the homework. You got to go out and do your studies, and then go where your studies or where your feelings, vice versa, and sometimes that does work, tells you to go. And then you got to know how to work that pan. So for everybody that asks me all the time, what would you always take out? It's going to be a gold pan.
Sure.
I mean, I love to work a high banker. I love to work a dredge because it moves a lot of material.
Yep.
But if you're moving material with no gold in it, you're just polishing rocks, pretty much.
They were just washing them.
Yeah. So I always emphasize the most important thing in my arsenal would be a gold pan.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you
shovel,
can't,
though.
Yeah.
not always.
Shovel, though.
Well, you could scoop with your
Or
pan,
some
I
digging
guess.
device.
Yeah.
You know what? I got a Garrett Super Sluice, and that thing is tough as nails.
Yeah, you can.
And that's what I.
You just
That's
dig-
what I.
dig
That's
with
what I
the
use
pan.
for a shovel.
Yeah, you just dig with the pan sometimes. I did that
Yeah.
once. I forgot my shovel and just went to do some panning, and all I had was a pan. So I just said, I'll scrape it and pan it like that, and it worked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was going to say, you can't pan with a shovel, but yes, you can because I've did it several times.
can.
But
Yes, you can.
yes, you can.
You can pan with your hand if you need to.
That's right.
Mhm.
But no, just to me, the gold pan is going to be like maybe the most important thing because, like I said, if you don't do your homework and find the gold, then you can't bring anything in any bigger. It's not going to make sense.
Right.
So my advice to people is, number one, really, really practice panning.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Feel free to buy, pay dirts from like even our guys like Jimbo's Gold. Great panning bag right there. You got other people you could buy as well, but man, you got to really practice on keeping that gold in your pan because it gets tricky when you get to the fine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people want to rush it, and they lose the fine gold, but they keep the chunky stuff, and they're like, "Oh, look at this!" But you go through their tailings, and you're like, "Oh, look at this."
Mm-hmm.
So I always just say, you know what? Work a lot with your gold pan. Get to know your gold pan, whether you use a Super Sluice, a regular Garrett pan, or anything else. Get to know that pan and how it works,
Right.
and then go from there.
Agreed.
I mean,
agree.
sometimes I got to bring myself back to the old school. I'm like, okay, what would I do if I sluice boxing?
Mm-hmm.
And that, sluice box is a good way to do things, but it just drives me nuts because you got to do. It doesn't move enough for me.
Right.
It drives. That's why.
That's how we started.
Yeah.
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 I mean, sluice box is awesome, and you can really pick up some good stuff out of sluice
You
box.
can.
Don't get me wrong. It's just
Sluicing can be relaxing.
It is.
Yeah.
Sluicing is relaxing. Right. You are right there. Mm-hmm.
And I just want people to remember that, when you're going out there to relax, I'm going out there to work. There's a difference.
Sure.
So I want to move a lot of stuff as much as I possibly can in the day. But yeah, sluice boxing is still, I think.
I think they were referring to once you have all your dirt, your pay and stuff that you dig up just to sit there and process it through it. It's
Right.
quiet. You hear the water.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
why it's relaxing.
It is. It just trickles
Yeah.
through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Then
give
back
you
to
that.
work.
It's got that good sound.
Yeah, I give you that. I mean, there's a lot of people that'll do 30 buckets and then sit there for the last end of the day and just run those buckets.
Oh, I see it all the time. Yep.
I mean, but that's what they want to do. I don't want to move 30. I want to move 60. I want to move 80 buckets.
Mm-hmm.
I call it gold hungry or gold fever or whatever.
The more dirt you move, the more gold you're going to get.
Exactly. And that's why I like it, and that's why I do it. But anyway, the gold pan, learn how to use it, learn your pan, and then later on, if you get something else different in your hand, you'll have a technique that you'll switch a little bit and make it work. Every pan's different.
Yep.
But the gold pan is one of the most versatile items in your arsenal of gold.
I agree. It's the
All
main
right.
item, I think, honestly. I really do.
Well, even out here in the desert, you can dry pan. So
Right.
I mean, if you don't have a pan, you're not going to find the
No,
gold.
it's the most important tool we have, I believe.
Yes.
Is our gold pan, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%, Scott. Yep. Right on, brother.
But other than that, hey, I know time's short tonight, Tim, and I'm glad everybody got to come in and listen tonight.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Oh, always, right? We're always glad that people stop by. Don't forget, tell them, man, check us out on Spotify if you're a Spotify fan. Find us there. Find us on iHeart. Find us in a lot of places. You never know where we're going to be. We're always...
Yeah, and if you get a chance, always share.
Yes, and tell your friends. Heck yeah. Tell your friends about West Coast Wednesday and our Sunday show. The more listeners, the better. We like you guys being here. We love it. Every week being here with you all and laughing and having a good time. You know, we enjoy it, and we're glad you all enjoy it as well. And I know there's some other stuff I must be forgetting, Shad. Sure feels like it tonight. I don't know.
Well, I think this, if you guys out there listening on the other radio stations and stuff like that actually want to become a part of the actual chat line that we watch,
Good idea.
become a member of Gold Prospector Space.
Genius, Scott.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Good job,
I like to
right.
talk to people on the chat line as well as people out there listening. So if you can get in, you could be asking questions that you know, maybe you don't want to call in or you don't have time or you're driving. Man, just get in and figure out on Gold Prospectors on the chat line.
It's nice to be in the chat room while the show's going on, like you said, so you can interact with us and you know, a lot of.
But don't be
members,
driving while watching the chat line.
No, don't be driving and chatting and all that at the same time. We do not encourage that in any way, shape, or form.
No.
No, but we want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. You know, we always do. Don't forget to join us Sunday night at 7:30. Kathleen, Shad, great job on the news. Scott, awesome job on your segment. Appreciate it.
It's all right. Thanks.
And we want, like I said, we just want to thank you all for being here. And we will see you all Sunday. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, Gold Diggers.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.